Good morning, United States Attorney's Office.
Yes, may I speak to a duty attorney?
Okay, we have two duty attorneys, one who handles criminal matters and the one who handles civil.
Criminal.
Okay, and your name?
My name, if you don't mind, I'd like not to give my name.
Okay, just a minute. Let me see who it is. Just a moment, please. It's Dan Brown.
Okay.
Okay, are you an agent or?
No, I'm not an agent.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, just a minute.
Dan Brown speaking.
Yes, Mr. Brown. I was told to call my United States Attorney's Office by an FBI agent in Washington, D.C., because I was explaining to him that my husband and I are involved in a situation where there is a child that was raped in a institution and health care is involved, but yet because we took that rape law enforcement, we've been threatened by law enforcement locally and law enforcement at the FBI. And he said to call your office because it looks like public corruption, and we have tried to notify everyone. One of the things that we believe it involves, of course, is the whistleblowing activities that we're involved in. And at this point, we've been told a couple of times that this was the office to go to, but at the same time, having gone to the FBI office and pretty much was told to pretty much go away and have never heard from them, and we reported federal crimes and they never responded. And we've tried to contact them and give them the federal crimes update on the crime that reported, and they just will not respond.
What kind of crime is it?
It's a 13-year-old girl had written some emails to her grandmother in which she said she was being raped inside a residential treatment center that receives Medicaid. But yet she was in there, and there was no record of her even being in there.
Okay. Now, is this 13-year-old girl related to you?
No, I'm a child advocate. But the reason I called today was because they ended up...
Can I ask how you even know about this?
The grandmother came to me.
Okay.
And showed me the emails, and we went straight to the police on October 18, 2006.
Okay, apparently you have some emails or some other information.
Yeah, I have. She sent 5 emails out of the institution. And then as time went on, we came to find out more and more information. I ended up getting a court document, and one of the reasons I suspected the Medicaid, and it was just by accident. I happened to get the court document, and the court document didn't mention any of the 2 residential facilities that the child was in for almost 3 years. And for the court document not to mention them, I knew that something was up. And when there was no investigation into the facility in which he was raped, which other children with disabilities are inside of, I knew that something was going on to cover this up, and that has been the way it's been. It's been covered up, and nothing's being done, and now she's missing.
Who's missing?
The child. And she's been missing since November 13th, and they ended up arresting her grandmother, what the same police officer that called us and said that she was missing 7 days after we reported the rape, he called and said she was missing. And we didn't know she was missing. And then when this child contacted her grandmother on October 25th, and her grandmother took her to the hospital, but before they could get out of their car to go into the hospital, they were surrounded by police, and they took the child back again. And then that's when I said, we tried to report it. We tried to say this is kidnapping. She was supposed to be in the hospital. We had these rapes, and they didn't do anything. And so they took her back. I kept saying that she's been raped, and then I come to find out by accident that she had a police report where she was raped in January. So she writes these emails October 23rd, and then she has a rape report in January, and then that's when she was transferred, they said, to Cleveland. That's when the family said she was transferred to Cleveland. They didn't know about the January rape, but they just told me she was in Cleveland, which I couldn't understand. Why would she be in Cleveland?
Okay, do you want to... What do you want to do? Do you want to?
I'm scared. I'm a little scared because I just don't. My husband and I, we don't know. I mean, we advocate for children, but we didn't expect this reaction, and so this reaction came at the same time that I had reported this federal fraud, and they were down here doing one part of the fraud that I had reported in September. John P. Higgins' office they're down here investigating my employer, which is a school district. And when I found further fraud to the tune of $2.5 million, I notified the school district board members, and that was on October 16th. We went in to report this rape October 18th, and we haven't been able to get any assistance since. And I'm just afraid that they're going to let her die because we were the ones that did whistleblowing activities on them.
Okay, well, I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
But at the same time, I need support.
I can give you anything you need
for what you say happened, or I won't. I mean, there's nothing I can do.
I can give you the support, but what has happened because we have always given people support. We would give them the documentation. We gave the FBI, the police the documentation, and so when they would take the documentation and never respond back to us, I guess we were just a little nervous. So if you would tell me, I can send you the emails and all the documentation that the grandmother gave me, because the emails are clear. And the fact that the court document doesn't mention either of the facilities is clear, and I just figured you could start from there. And because I don't want her to be hurt anymore, so I'm just trying to do this as anonymously as possible so that she can get some help. Because they arrested her grandmother, who has nothing to do. The same officer that is investigating allegedly the rape, the detective arrested her grandmother, and then we put such a heat on them as far as writing our public officials and congressmen like, oh no, you can't do this. So the charges were dismissed like 5 days later when she went to court. They were dismissed.
Wow.
So I have the rape reports, I have the rape police reports, the emails, the letter from the grandmother when she enclosed the emails. So we have everything. We even, when I first got this grandmother's case, where she couldn't see her grandchildren, we went through the proper procedure and met with all of the officials, of the three top officials, 3 different times for the children's services. And they just would not let her see them. And it just didn't seem right. And then that's when I said to the grandmother, give me your documentation, your letters, your emails that you gave them at the meeting. And when we saw it, we were just shocked. And we went straight to the police with it. But we were just shocked. And and they let us take those meetings on video. I mean, we had the video where the grandmother is handing over these emails. And so we never thought anything was in the emails because they weren't responding to them. So we have a video where the grandmother's handing the emails to the officials, and they never said a word. And so when we got them, like I said, and that meeting was May 2nd, and then we had another meeting June 22nd with the top of the organization, at the top of the man was at the top of the organization, and they still wouldn't let them see the girls. So when we got these emails, like I said, I knew instantly why they weren't letting the girls see each other. Because they've been raped, and if you let them see them, they would tell you about who raped them. There's no one's been charged in this rape. I'm like, how can they not be charged? How can there be no one who raped her?
Well, if you want us to try to evaluate...
Oh, I would love to evaluate.
Well, I'm just going to need some stuff.
Okay. All right. Anything that you need. I was just trying to get out as much as I could, sir, so I do appreciate your time.
Okay. Why don't you send it to me?
Okay.
Send me what
can I have the email then, and I'll send it to you?
You want to send it via email?
Yes.
Okay.
We're now coming more high technology here, and it saves us the ink and paper because we don't charge anything for our advocacy. We do this completely free.
Okay. It's Dan.Brown.
Okay.
At usdoj.gov.
Dan.Brown at SDOJ.
No, US.
Okay.
USDOJ. That stands for United States Department of Justice.
Okay, I got that. All right, then, Mr. Brown, I will definitely, when my husband comes back, we'll email it to you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.